What's up? What's up? Let's see. In here for another day of trading. Tilray seems to be taking the majority of the eyes today. Tilray, let's look at this news real quick. Let me flip over here to TLY. A little bit higher float. We look at its past history. It got up there to like what, $67 at one point. It came all the way back down here to $1 and now is up to $1.99. So it has this gap here up to 233. And I know from experience, Tilray is a grinder. It will grind you to death. So I'm definitely going to be expecting some more grindy action. You know, I mean, it could just take off, but let's actually look at the news for today. So we got here exclusive, or no. Tilray Brands reports record Q4 financial results. Tilray Brands Q4 sales 184 million, beat the 153 million, so they beat it by about almost 30 million. So that's their news. They got a nice little estimation beat on the day. Let me actually look at this and see. Bring this over some. But yeah, gonna be watching Tilray. And like I said, it's trading within, or no, it just left this gap. So this gap is becoming a little bit of resistance for it. From the 2 up to the 232. Not a huge range. I mean, 32 cents of possibility. But I'm pretty sure somebody's going to be willing to take this today. Let's go and look at the float and all of that kind of stuff as well on Tilray. Tilray Brands. First, let's start at the profile. They are drug manufacturers, specialty and generic. They're out of Canada. They engage in the research, cultivation, production, marketing, and distribution of medical cannabis products in Canada, the United States, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, Latin America, and internationally. Company operates through 4 segments: cannabis business, distribution business, beverage alcohol business, and wellness business. It offers medical and adult use cannabis products, including GMP certified flowers, oils, vapes, edibles, and topicals. Purchases and resales, pharmaceutical. Okay, so this is basically a cannabis company. We've seen it before out of Canada, and definitely expecting it to.
Lori Lee. WRNT will rip today.
WRNT, let's go look at that. WRNT. WRNT. What we got over here? Oh, is this a this is an IPO? It can't go back any further. Okay. Looks like it IPO'd yesterday. Let's see if we can get that up here on TOS. WRNT. So Warranty Inc. announces pricing of initial public offering. Warranty prices. Okay, so let's go and read into this. WRNT. Technology and software application. It does have, if we look over here, it has 1 full-time employee. Maybe it hasn't reported yet, but I don't know. It's 1103 Katama Craft. It's out of Osaka, Japan. Um, One employee holding up that company, so we'll see what that does. Warranty Inc. operates as a marketing and market research technology company that helps corporate sponsors through targeted marketing campaigns. The company offers marketing services for customers who participate in campaigns with extended warranty coverage on durables or various healthcare benefits. It serves the manufacturers and distributors of home appliances, healthcare equipment, and health food distributors in Japan. The company was incorporated in 2013 and is based in Osaka, Japan. Okay. Let's jump over here to statistics. I don't even know if they would have any out here yet. Yeah, everything's NA. Does Yeah, everything's NA. There's no, I mean, it's just IPO. There's not gonna be much information out here. Look over here. WRNT. Yeah, shouldn't be too much. Well, wait a minute. They have some financial records back here from 2020, 2021. Net income has been increasing into the negatives. So their probability of paying off their debt went down, down, down the drain. And that's probably why they opened up a new, or maybe they did a name change or something like that into Warranty Inc. Because it looks like from 2020, they went from 46% current ratio. And the current ratio is basically if all the debts were to come due, I think it's in a year, what's the percentage or what's the likelihood that they will be able to pay off that debt? And 2020 was 46%, then it jumped to 243, then down to 21% on that debt. So I don't know about that. We'll see how that one wants to do. It is an IPO, so you know, WRNT. No shelf registrations, but very questionable movements in that stock. Only 3 million shares traded as well. We'll see if anything can compete with Tilray up there with 11 million shares traded, only $2. Going to be a chopper today. So where would be a level that you would be interested in getting into R or WRNT? Would you, because the previous level that it bounced on was what, the 406, 409 down here as a support on the hour. Came up and really hasn't showed a whole lot of more consolidation. I mean, it has a little bit right here at the 503s. Could be possible support. But above that, you know, a breakdown of the 5, and it has this gap here to come down to. The body of this previous candle was what, 482? That could be a little bit of a point as well right there. So a couple of levels of support. My question is, what will a test of this support be, and will it have some kind of volume come into it? Only 3 million shares traded right now. It's up 27%, but you know, looking at it's got a couple of factors against it, especially with the lack of data coming into it. I mean, it has, or wait, where'd it go? WRNT. Yeah, where do you buy? Where do you buy on this candle? Do you wait for it to hold the 430s? Do we look for the 482 hold? What obvious point were buyers aggressive in the past? And it's not a whole lot of data there on the daily chart. But it's continuing to move up though. So we'll see. Has a top up here of 592. I really don't know if this is going to be support or resistance, so I'll go ahead and change that to white. And we'll see. I didn't even realize how much. So I have been doing way more buying of dividends this month than actually getting into. I think I took like 1 day trade. I am green on the month on the 1 day trade that I did take, but I've been buying dividends like nobody's business during the summertime, and I've been buying up. Been looking into getting into some oil stocks. So saw oil approaching that $80 level, $80 per barrel, and I'm like, wintertime's gonna be sweet. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip my little feet in there and see what I can get. A lot of the moves that we have seen ripping on this month have either been day two continuations where we'll see something go up, it's up a lot, and it'll fade, and then the next day it'll give a little pop, but it doesn't have the news to continue. Kind of like AMC, we saw the other day pop up. It has so much hype behind it. They were like, oh man, AMC touched $9. Everybody was expecting out of this dip, this thing would just rip crazy, but it was a failure. Came up here to $6 and just kind of got beat down by the shorts. Beat down. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe it'll be something that gives like a day two, day three, day four type move back up. But I just wasn't interested in that one. It was a higher float. The probability of it giving that big range was kind of low. When it did come down here and dip, it dipped to 488 and came up to what, the 623s, and it traded almost half of its float. Its float was what, 560 something million, and it traded like 200, almost 300 million of that. So didn't couldn't even rotate its whole float, even with all of that potential behind it, all of the chat rooms and stuff boosting it up. So I do know a lot of people probably got caught in that when they're like, man, this thing's going to the moon, and they're bag holding right now. Tilray losing itself a little bit. I really don't like when these things when I look for unusually large percent gainers, I'm looking for something that can hold over maybe like 20% a gain. I like those ones that are showing like 60%, 70%, because if they fall down, they're still on the top percent gainers list, right? Let's say if it's 70% and it falls down to 40. Well, 40 is still a lot more noticeable than 15, than 20, than 5%, right? I'm looking for what people can see. And I want a good reason behind the move as well. A lot of these stocks have been going up with just like the craziest reasoning behind them. And the other thing that I was realizing is the trades that I do take, I probably need to keep a small position size in most of them, because they usually end up going on and going up. Because one thing I look for is a catalyst, look for the volume, look for buying those dips, and a lot of times those dips are like the buy spot when I buy, and it's like, should have held that. Or add small, especially if it's something that is a higher float that's moving. Add small, let it retest that level, add again, let it play. But when it's something that's super volatile that could go either way, I'm not trying to take any damage on those for no reason. We have about 15 minutes to the bell. And Tilray is the only thing that has creased 10 million shares, which is a bad thing. We want to see something low float get up there, something with some range. Looking at Tilray though, it hit a top up here of 190, no, 209. Came from the bottom down here. Really didn't have that much of an impressive day yesterday. Kind of just around the 170s. Could be a level of support there, but I don't know what kind of bounce you'll get off that. And then this buy up here from 173 up here to the 182s. I want to see what happens when this gets tested, this 183 level. So that's a pretty much 20 or 10 cent range right there. 83 pretty much down to the 170. Not a lot of bounce potential. When we think of that bounce, we're thinking about like a rubber band. The further it can go down, the more likelihood of the retracement back to the upside. Now, maybe it may not be a full retracement, but we just want the percentage of the retracement, right? If it goes down $5 and it's green on the day and it has catalyst, the chances that it'll give a bounce is very high, or the likelihood that it'll give a bounce is very high. If it goes down, 20 cents, and that's its overall average true range, 20 cents, you're going to have some problems getting those 2 and 3 cent scalps out of there. That's all you're going to probably be getting. The SPY, let's see. SPY kind of floating sideways on Wednesday, hump day. Really looking for something exciting. My percent gainer scanner will start calculating at the open, and we'll see what kind of gainers that we have that aren't up here on the top volume movers. Maybe under 10 million shares traded, but getting some kind of love down at the bottom. Yeah, this sideways chop here isn't aggressive at all. On our WRNT, if you look at the overall candles, this first one was from 415 up to 547, crashed all the way back down, pushed up against this. Each one of these candles 425 up to 490s. If it is going to continue higher, it's probably going to be a crazy grinder with this kind of movement out of the open or into the open. What are the people excited for? It's what they're excited for under $1. Because my volume scanner is for things above $1. And my other one is for everything else basically that has gapped up, that is a gainer. The other thing that I've noticed on some of these stocks is the easier these stocks are to manipulate during pre-market. Like when we see those huge rips and stuff during pre-market, the more you can kind of calculate what it can do during intraday, especially when it has a lower float. If it has a high float and it's moving real big during pre-market, it may chop down when people look at it and they're like, I don't know if I want to hold this. I'm getting chopped around. I'm getting baited into ranges and things like that. But when you have a low float that's covering a lot of distance, that's what people are looking for. One, because what short wakes up and they see this thing up 90% that they've been shorting, they're going to say, oh my gosh, I need to get out. I need to find the best position to get out and cut my loss. And so what they're looking for as it's going up is that dip to the lows to try to get as much out as they possibly can at each dip, right? And it continues to move higher. And it's going to give them less and less and less opportunity, especially when it has a good catalyst to get out. Just like longs on the opposite side, when something has a crazy bad catalyst, the longs are trying to get as much as they can to the upside. Is going to give them less and less opportunity to the upside going in the downwards trend. And then you have those outliers that just don't care. They just go. They don't care. They kill everybody. They chop around in ranges. They bait you in. They look really good. And then all of a sudden they snap back. Yeah, those will tear your pockets out. All right, we have 7 minutes to the bell. Looking for something to come and challenge Tilray. Tilray has been teetering between 2 cents for like the past 15 minutes, between 1.99, 1.98, and then barely $2. Not a huge percent gainer either. WRNT losing its gain on the day. It was up 20 something percent, 25, 27 something percent, and now losing that into the open. We already put these levels that could be some possible support here at the bottom of this previous candle, but my thing is, what's the probability of it bouncing? What reason would somebody want to hold this over $5? What reason would somebody want it? Like, what's the
Donald.
what is it gonna do?
ABVC. Watch at the open.
ABVC. ABVC getting called out by Donnell and Lori. This one's up 42%. A million shares traded. Let's see if it has any catalyst. Now this one will probably pop on my gainer, my percent gainer scanner, not during the open and not the other one.
Good morning, Lori Lee. How, Donald? Lori Lee. Donald, we think alike. Lori Lee. Hi GD.
ABVC.
Donald. Smiley face.
So ABVC closed yesterday at the 380s and is opening today at the 540s, 550-ish level. So where would this one be? I guess if we extend this to the right or left, we can see that it had a previous bottom here where it's actually trading around, right around this previous bottom. It has a, if we look back a little bit more, it had a gap here from what, 610 up here to the 1075. But what is going to be the action around this 550 level? Will it be able to hold this 550 level is the question. Let's look on the lower time frames here. So we come over to the hour. We can see it's been up here before, touched the 6 before. And again, another try and hold on the 550. But my only gripe with it is that volume, that million shares volume. Is it going to be able to kick up some dust on today? But it is up 43%. It's the largest gainer that I see. But we got to see that volume.
Driftar. G-morn y'all good vibes.
Let me go and look at ABVC to see if there's anything crazy going on with it. ABVC. No shelf registrations. Float of 19.89 million. High insider holdings in there. What do you do, buddy? It is a biotechnology company out of
Donald.
California.
ABVC needs volume for sure.
A clinical stage biopharmaceutical company develops drugs. What kind of drugs? Is it breast cancer? If it's breast cancer, oh boy, there it
Lori
is.
Lee.
There it
High
is.
SB.
Phase 2 clinical trials in combination therapy for triple negative breast cancer. There it is. That's why it's up. Okay. Let's see. What other things do they treat?
Base with tears of joy. Lori Lee. Keyword.
ABC signs a term sheet to acquire real estate assets for strategic investments. That's this news from 58 minutes ago. And then they announced a reverse stock split as well. What was this reverse stock split about? So it says ABVC, biopharmaceutical, developing therapeutic solutions, blah, blah, blah. One post-split share for every 10 pre-split shares in effort to regain compliance. Okay, did they already do this? Effective at 12 a.m. Eastern, July 25th. So they did the reverse stock split already. Company obtained shareholder approval. Reverse stock split will not impact the rights. Okay, well, they did a reverse stock split. I don't know about that one. It's got a lot of iffies in there. We'll see what happens. It's already coming on down, losing that 40%. We have about 2 minutes to the bell. We got a reverse stock split on ABC. It has low volume. It is a percent gainer, but is it baiting? Is it going to do a bait and switch into the open? We do have levels up here that we've already spotted. Had a previous low right here at the 550s where it struggled to get through. So I would like to see a retest of that 550, especially at the open. Slap that 550 and see if the shorts really get busy right there, that 550 on ABVC. And then Tilray, nothing, still competing against it. Still up there with this nice 13 million. Here we go, coming into the open. We'll watch ABVC to see, well, can it even get back up to 550? I mean, I might watch Tilray. I'll just flip through all of these. There's the open on Tilray. Immediately downward, very aggressively downward there. WRNT giving red on the day as well. This is ABVC coming up to that 550 level. Will shorts get, this is the level that I was talking about, 550. Let's see if shorts get busy there. 540s. 550 should fall. There's the fall right there. Shorts getting busy at that 550 level. Need to get it below what? $505 though. Very, very big ranges here at the open on ABVC. WRNT pumping up there to what could be possible top side what? $6. So everything giving some pops and drops here. Looking for ABVC to stay under that 550 and shorts to get even more aggressive here. Looking at TOS, it is right on this level that we see, just an obvious level, previous level of support could become resistance, and that's what the shorts are betting on, this becoming resistance and dropping below $5. All right, WRNT, only 4 million shares traded. Pushing on up there, and again facing big short pressure at that level. So ABVC not able to get over that 550. WRNT looking a little bit, I mean, it looks better than ABVC, but we'll see. And like I said, this could be a couple of choppy stocks as well, with people not being as brave as they usually are because of the catalyst and all that, the reverse stock split and all that. Only 2 million shares out here on ABVC and only 4 million out here. And look how many shares that Tilray still has, 17 million. So these two aren't even in the competition with Tilray, even though it only moved 3 cents. WR, here's another try for the 550s. But shorts are really, really aggressive at that 550 level. All right, so it is the biggest mover as of now, up 5% since the open. And continues to find problems at that 550. I mean, if I was a short, I would be shorting at the 550, and I just put my little stop, up here, maybe 575, 20 cent risk on that one. Take the obvious trade. And this is basically what I look for longs. I look for it to come down, tap a level where I can see clearly that
Donald,
longs got aggressive there.
ABVC, long 5.39.
5.39. Let's see it. Let's see it. Can the shorts get pushed across the 550 strongly is the question. WRNT red on the day now, going on down. More love coming over to ABVC. Slipping, short slipping. Uh-oh. Shorts getting caught. Woo, they better put some more shares on that thing. It's getting dangerous for the shorts. Got to keep it under 550. Uh-oh. This is not looking good for the shorts, man. They need to get it back under 550.
Donald. Exit 5.73 ABVC.
Nice. Nice 40-cent gainer there. Can we see it back under 550? Will the shorts put their boots down? We're seeing red on everything else. Tilray has gone red down to 16%. Nobody's going to be paying attention to that anymore. WRNT just basically hanging on by nothing.
Clapping hands sign. Lori Lee. Donald, you're the man.
So ABVC, the only thing holding green right now. Huh?
Donald. Thanks, Lori, smiley face.
ABVC trying to inch towards the 6 Will the shorts be like, oh, no, 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 no. You're not going to do us like this. You're not going to do us like this. Looks like the shorts are getting done like that, though. Getting done real bad. Yeah, they're getting punished a little bit here. On ABVC, only 6 million shares traded, looking like it's going into a halt here. False halt. Uh, Getting a couple other movers up here, getting their little 10 millions in. Snapchat up here as well. Snapchat down 19%. What in the world happened to Snapchat? Down to 10 bucks. What is happening at AWIN? That's a cheap one. It's only 34 cents. Trash. ABVC, continue to play around. Yeah, I'm thinking ABVC, if it continues to hold here, people may get a little excited on it. That reverse split news, I guess, was enough to do something for somebody. Did move from 130 or 530 is up to the 630, so about $1 move there. So now approaching the 10 million mark on ABVC. Can we start seeing it either consolidate, or what is it gonna do here? Because shorts definitely got trapped for a little bit there. Okay, so can we get back to the 550? Starting to see shorts get back on board. Seeing that slowdown. Almost 10 million shares up there. It's playing with the big dogs almost. Still see Tilray with 28 million shares there. XPEV 20 million. Snap. So there's a lot more voting going on these ones than ABVC. People definitely were interested right at the open, but we'll see if that interest dries up here back towards the 550s. That previous level that we were looking to fail through. And as it approaches 10 million, let's see. Shorts getting on at that 10 million approach. Look at there. Right back down. Will it get all the way to the 550? We got 800 shares left to 10 million. It's looking real sad here. NIO entering the chat. See, it was going down heavy yesterday. NIO SQQ. and Google entering the chat. This 15-minute candle will be closing in 3 minutes on ABVC. Jump over to Tilray. Very choppy stock. Still around those same 2 cents it's been trading around. XPEV exponentially blasting off. This thing went from 16 up to 19. High performance mover right there. Let me see what's the news on XPEV. I was wondering why it was outperforming this little ABVC. Let's see, does it have any news? It says Volkswagen brand to jointly develop 2 electric models for mid-size segment with Xpeng. So Volkswagen having a little development project with Xpeng. Volkswagen will invest about 700. Let me pull this up so y'all can see this. Volkswagen will invest about 700 million in Xpeng and purchase 4 or almost 5% by way of capital increase. Volkswagen Audi Chinese JV partner SAIC signed memorandum expanding existing cooperation, playing new models in segment. So they're working on EV stuff there. See, Snapchat down, down, down. NIO, and then we come all the way down. ABVC. Will it be able to compete with the top movers on the day is the question. Pushing up back towards those 650s. Are we looking at more short squeeze here over the 650s? Because we do definitely know that shorts are trapped on this one. Yep, they're getting their little they're getting their shoes popped off here. Right through the 650. Wow, shorts. Y'all got caught slipping, man. That's crazy. Let's see. This top is the high of the 673. I know shorts are like, please, God, let this thing fall, please. Especially for the ones that bought or shorted at 6 or that 550 level. They got their shoes taken off. XPEV right over the 20s, continuing to push up 31%.
Lori Lee. It's gonna fall.
Yeah, it's probably gonna fall, but man, I don't know. See, I think what they're gonna do on a Wednesday, on hump day, they're not gonna let it fall. They're just gonna hold it in consolidation. So whatever shorts are trapped in here, they're just gonna have to deal with it for a while and wait to get their money back. Because it definitely doesn't have a reason to be up, but they're gonna have to be very patient and wait for this thing to play out throughout the day. The problem is, if you wait and it continues to explode upward, you take a bigger loss being patient. So that's why it's good to just, if you're in a losing position and it definitely goes outside of your plan. Like what I was thinking was, okay, 550. That was a point that was a previous bottom, blah blah blah, and I would already been
Lori Lee.
stopped out.
Oh wait,
575.
today at 2 from Great Hike Meeting.
Today at 2 FOMC rate hike meeting. Yeah, they have those man, they have so many of those. It's just sometimes you have to go and read the fine print and see if they actually talked about changing something seriously, cuz they have those all the time, man. It's like
Lori
it
Lee.
could go either way.
Everyone will stop trading after 11.
WRNT coming down as well. So it did crash that first level that I was looking at right there, and it stopped on the body candle of what looks like the previous red on yesterday. We'll see if it continues to push down on WN, and it's not even an impressive gainer anymore. It's only up 13%. Who's gonna be looking at that over ABVC or over XPEV, which is pushed well over? Let's see, from the 16s or not, no, from the 15s to the 2088 is what XPEV has done on the day, right? And so, I mean, is ABVC even going to be able to compete with XPIV moving like this? Right? It's up to $21. And this is why I give it the first hour of the day, man. You never know what's going to happen, man. A lot of explosions happen. You know, I like to watch for that volume. ABVC made it to 10 million, but I mean, it's getting tripled by XPIV, tripled by Telray. It's like, man, people are voting hard out here on XPIV, and then it gets this huge push down. Look at this, 21 back down to 2030s. Very volatile day, man. Look at what the SPY is doing as well. SPY basically sitting flat. Not even. It's like, yeah, y'all do what y'all do. Y'all do what y'all do. Let me see what else popped up here. S or TQQ and SOXS, which has been on the scans quite a lot lately, and Nikola. All right, so let's see. We got XPIV leading the day. Tilray going towards that, what I was thinking was going to be resistance. It took it for, and like I said, this one always grinds. I mean, it's always a grinder. So if it's going to go higher, it's probably going to be grinding higher. But it's almost up to that previous high. NIO was another EV type stock deal. Snapchat continuing down as well. SQQ. Expel, Tilray, NIO, Nikola, TQQ. Okay, we got them all. All right. Okay, Tilray is breaking through that top. Of course, Tilray doesn't do breakouts. It does a little fingertip through, pull back, grind for a couple hours, and then it'll try to get across there. So that breakouts on Tilray are like death. Snap about to break down the $10 level. SQQ, Google. Everything that has AI news or anything like that, Google's I think Google's working with, what was their news? They're working with who are those kids working with? Google partners with Comeback. Stellar ad revenue recovery, AI driven cloud momentum stun analyst. So they're doing some AI marketing, AI ad creation and stuff like that. Let's see. Careful. Anything else? And they got a couple of price target or price target adjustments as well on Google. But yep. Still looking very bullish on the day. ABVC coming on back down. I'm looking to see that thing below 550 before the end of the day. WRNT was not able to continue its run up, lost its gain on the day. Nikola back in this previous level, which looked like a little bit of support, holding right above the $2 level, only up 8%, very not impressive for a day trade. Mm, mm, mm. Well, Donnell got his
Reliable Rudy. Simo just bought shares off the 51.50 gap yesterday. Hehe.
Simo. Oh yeah, I see that one on the scans as well. That one's up what, 78% there. 78%. And you said you bought it off the 51.
Lori Lee. Rudy clapping hands sign.
Wow. Yeah, that was a little double bottom there. 52. Actually, there's a triple bottom. Look back here. What was this? Let me go to the daily chart.
Reliable Rudy. My average is 56.72.
So yeah, it was a triple bottom here at the 51.75. And it really didn't find support. It just gapped up. It was like finding support. It has just a little bounce. This thing's up $40. Let's look at the reasoning behind old Simo blasting through the rooftop. Silicon Motion Technology.
Reliable Rudy. Holding for over 100.
Well, I mean, you're probably gonna get it. I definitely wouldn't sell with your position. I mean, you're up $40 per share, so you know you are definitely not a seller. You're a holder. Let's see, Silicon Motion to release second quarter. 7 Silicon. Where? Any news? I don't know. Oh, it's semiconductors. That's why. That's the news. It's a semiconductor company. They opened up, or I don't know if they opened up, but I know they're building. I don't know if they completed the building of the semiconductor and semiconductor facility in Nevada, I believe. Was it Nevada? I believe it was Nevada. Um, they were getting people to come from Taiwan instructors to teach people, how to do whatever it is that they do to create semiconductors. And yeah, they got that opened up in Nevada. So I wonder, will that mass produce a couple more semiconductors so we can get more and more dependent as a semiconductor power in the world. ABVC right back up to the 6. Man, ABVC is gonna be a problem today. It keeps on popping back up. People are like, oh, it's coming down, and then right back up. This thing jumped from 610 back up to 670. That's a 60-cent jump in one 15-minute candle. That's crazy. Anyway. So I guess the top watches, I mean, we've already seen some of these explode. Snap exploding downward, but for the most part, it's been a lot of green in the market. Let me look at the market watch. Quotes, a little bit of red, a little bit of green. We can see Google out here highlighted. Some of these little look like banking sectors or something like that. But Google definitely standing out, and Facebook. Lori Lee calls a double top on ABVC maybe. Definitely not looking the greatest. What is going on? This thing. Nicola.
Reliable Rudy. If LCID gets over 7.30, very justified swing trade.
LCID. You're looking
Donald.
for a break of
ABVC, too many top wicks now.
Oh wow, yeah, it's trapping. Definitely trapping. I don't know if they're gonna let this fall. They're gonna wear people out. They're gonna take this thing all day, just wear them out between this 650.
Reliable Rudy.
Just wear them out.
Looking for the neckline break. Lori Lee. Yes, Donald.
Four, 5, 6. All right, XPEV right back up over 21, continuing to push. Right back up to these highs. Very strong motion. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. All right, so I need to get on down to my meeting. I'm already on the brink. But yeah, I will be back on Friday. We'll look over the market. If I do anything, I don't even know about. Most of this stuff is higher float on today, and it's already ripping. So it's one of those things where these things are already gone. Not really a point to chase them. But yeah, definitely a very interesting day to the upside for what is moving up, even with the SPY pretty much being flat. Like Lori said, there is
Lori
a
Lee.
FOMC meeting today at 2, so definitely just be mindful of that. I don't know how much it's going to affect the market, but definitely be mindful. They were talking about pausing the rate
Reliable
hikes,
Rudy.
and then
I'm gonna get the live stream going here soon.
all right, yeah, Reliable will be going live as well soon. So you can check him out. I'm about to get to this meeting though. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like, and if you enjoy the content, definitely subscribe. And we also are always in the Discord chopping it up as well. And you can check the description, the link in the description for any of that information. But yeah, peace out.
Seeing you, Rudy.
And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Driftar. Have a good one.